Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We have David Draiman with us of Disturbed. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to play the new Disturbed. They gave it to us. I Will Not Break, world premiering it in just a few minutes after we talk to David. And we have tickets for the show, Disturbed, The Sickness 25th Anniversary Tour, performing The Sickness in its entirety. 3 days grace on that bill as well, and Seven Dust at the United Center Saturday, May 8th. So those tickets coming up after we play the song. All the next 10 minutes here are all about Disturbed. And before we bring David up, let's play what happened after the Super Bowl. Kendrick Lamar performed at the Super Bowl, and it was incredible. And I just love some guitars, and I thought maybe they could collab. Like, I don't know, the band Disturbed with Kendrick Lamar could sound something like this.
Wicked and weakness. Yeah. Bitch, sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Bitch, sit down. Bitch, sit down. Bitch, sit down.
I never thought I'd actually be playing that for David Draiman of Disturbed, but that's how it's playing out. And David, you've now heard it, and I was so complimented when you guys commented on it on our Instagram page. And what do you think of it? What do you think the chances are? I'm a little nervous here, but what do you think the chances are of something like that happening? Did you like it? And can you imagine getting together with Kendrick Lamar for a collab at the Super Bowl or a song? And hopefully I led you there, David?
You know what? It's something we've actually been thinking about pretty seriously. And Kendrick is way at the top of the list. We have this track. It's part of this new group of material, this new album that we have. It's basically like the modern day, like Walk This Way or...
Anthrax Public Enemy, maybe?
Or Bring the Noise.
Yeah.
It's very much like that. It's about unity. It's all about bringing people together. And it needs a strong rapper, whomever that might be. And Kendrick would definitely be an amazing person to collaborate with. I would love to do that. We would love to do that. Kendrick. Yeah, you heard it here first. Kendrick, if you're at all interested, let's go ahead and, shock the world a little bit. Let's let everybody know that we have more in common than we do that separates us. Let's take our artistry to another level together. I would love to do that.
Well, I enjoyed that on the post on our Instagram. You tagged Kendrick in it. So have you heard from him?
Nah. Who knows if the guy even monitors his own Instagram account? With somebody that big with that many people following him, I'm sure he's got like a team of people that do all sorts of things for him. And I'm probably just a tiny little blip in a huge sea of noise. So I would imagine that didn't cut through. But now that we're talking about it, maybe it will. I would love for him to actually be aware of it. And who knows, maybe we can actually do something.
Well, see, I was thinking the same thing on your Instagram. When I replied back, I said, that's probably not David. It's probably his team of his millions of followers on his Instagram.
I have no team. It's all me. any of my actual verified pages that are actually mine and not the army of imposters that are out there, and there's literally an army of imposters out there, it's always me. Nobody handles my social media for me. I do everything myself. So.
All right, so I have a humble request then.
Sure.
So Kendrick gets to you. This collab happens. I produced the 28-second mashup. I should be there in the studio when this thing gets put together. Just make sure...
You're cordially invited. You're more than welcome. It would be poetic justice for that to happen.
Can I be behind the console helping with the mix?
Maybe. Maybe.
All right, listen.
Let's see. Yeah.
My team will talk to your non-team and we'll figure it out. We'll get it all together.
There you go.
I was so happy when I saw your reply on it, and I couldn't hold back my excitement because obviously loving Disturbed and being here from the beginning of Disturbed to now 25 years later, your band and you mean so much to me, and I know how much you mean to Chicago. So you're celebrating the 25th anniversary of The Sickness with the show at the United Center March 8th, 2025, where I've been told you're going to play The Sickness in its entirety. I love album plays. I love it.
It's the first time we've ever done it. We've never played The Sickness in its entirety at any performance ever in our careers. So this is our first time. a lot of these songs haven't been played in 15, 20 years. It's been an interesting trip down memory lane, going back, rehearsing all these, and remembering what was going on during that period of time. And it's been a wonderful little wave of nostalgia. Been really enjoying it.
Now, this is a question I have for you because we took this up with Billy Corgan when the Siamese Dream anniversary came up. And I said, you got to do it. You've got to just get up and play it. And he told us, you don't realize it's going to cost us about $100,000. And I said, wait, what? I don't understand that. He said, well, we have to rehearse these songs because some of them actually have never been played live. And has every song off the Sickness been played live at one point? Maybe the first two or probably.
I don't know that they all have, to be honest. I would think at some point in time, every single track has been played. If I go back over, the one that's probably been played the least is Violence Fetish off of the record. But everything else has been played at some point or another, just not very frequent. And certainly it's never been played in its entirety, like I said. So, some of these songs, like our cover of Tears for Fears, Shout, we haven't done that in, at least a good 20 years, at least. Man. So, it's interesting dusting off the cobwebs and seeing how things look once they're not so dusty anymore.
So you're at a family wedding and someone says, come on, David, get up and sing this. And then you go, I don't know it. I haven't played it in a long time.
Thank God my memory is still pretty sharp. I have yet to reach the point where after 150 plus songs ready at this point that we've gotten our, career catalog, I have yet to use a teleprompter on stage. That may change. The mind isn't what it used to be, but who knows? I still can hold on. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Take it step by step, right?
Well, I'm going to keep an eye out at that show March 8th at the United Center 2025. And if I see a teleprompter out there, I'm rushing the stage and yelling,
Call me out.
You fraud! David, you're a fraud!
It's going to be an incredible night. We've been in the United Center before, never actually been able to headline it there. This is our first time doing it. I'm super excited. I can't wait for the opportunity. It's going to be such a special night. And Chicago's still home for Disturbed. Chicago's our hometown. Chicago's where Disturbed was born, and Chicago will always be our home. And it's always nice to come back in such grand and triumphant fashion. I can assure you, fans are going to be surprised a bunch that night. It's going to be a special night for all of us.
Well, of course, we're talking to David Draiman of Disturbed, and today's a real special day as well with I Will Not Break, the new song from Disturbed. We're going to play it here in a second. And anything you want to say specifically about the generation of this song, how it started, and where you got to as a completed song?
It was one of the last songs that were written in this last studio sessions that we did writing this current record. And I had told the guys, I told Danny and Mike and Drew, our producer, I'm like, give me a beat that's really old school, head bobbing, something I can get really polyrhythmic with the vocal delivery, and give me something old school. And they did. It was really, really fluid and magical the way it came together. It was, dare I say, easy to write. It's incredibly powerful. It is unintentionally very much in the vibe of a lot of the sound of the Sickness record. It's definitely got that feel. It's a contrast a bit to some of the darkness that I was experiencing last touring cycle. It was a difficult period of time. I was still dealing with my divorce and, still dealing with depression. And so that struggle was very much a public one. I rely on the fans and these shows to be my therapy in a way that nothing else can. And it definitely worked. And so this song is a triumphant resurgence. It's breaking through the wall. It's having your vengeance.
Well, let's have that therapy on the air right now with I Will Not Break from Disturbed, the new song, and the show, of course, March 8th at the United Center at the Madhouse. And I look forward to being in the studio with you and Kendrick Lamar shortly to make a groundbreaking song that will bring the world together.
Amen. That would be amazing. Kendrick, come on, let's do this.
Thank you, David.
All right. Take care, Brad. Be well. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks.
All right, let's do it. World premiere music from our guys Disturbed, I Will Not Break. Right after this song in 4 minutes, tickets to the show at the United Center. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Enjoy this new song from Disturbed.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.